Have you heard of sculptured acrylic tips with instant apex by Tipex? I did, because they're all over internet.
Tipex and Apex, what the hype was about.
Is there really something special and different about them, or they're just like all other tips but with a different and catchy name? Let's find out.
Hello guys, this is Anastasia, award-winning nail expert and educator. My model's nails look like this. It's been more than a month since she had these nail extensions. It's definitely time to freshen them up. And we have some broken nails, product lifting, so the best option is to take them off. I will be using ceramic bead with green abrasive mark. The speed is almost the top. 30,000 rotations per minute. I get this question a lot, Anastasia, why don't you sock off nail extensions? Well, sometimes I do, but not very often. And in this particular case, she had hard gel extensions, so the only way to take them off is to file them off. Carbide bead works very well too, by the way, but do not work so close to the naked nail if you do not have experience with electric nail file. Wow, she has such a pretty natural nails, long, beautiful nail beds, but I usually call this condition of nails they're a little bit tired. We see some rings of fire near the cuticles, and in some areas the sidewalls are slightly overfiled, but this is not a problem since we are about to do new extensions for her. Let's start with pushing back the cuticles with orange wood stick. Don't just push them back, but make sure that you slightly separate the skin that is spreading across the nail plate. This is how you will prevent any damage when you proceed to dry manicure. Even if you don't use this method and you prefer using cuticle remover or just regular implements, it will still be very helpful. We have some product left over, so I will be using 180 grit file to get rid of them and file them off. And then to prep the nail, I switch to 180 buffer and make sure the surface of the nail is matte, so we will have a better adhesion with the product. I want you to pay special attention to the area along the sidewalls because usually these areas are missed, especially with the clients who have deeper sidewalls. The final part of the manicure is to trim the cuticles. I prefer using manicure scissors, sometimes I use electric nail file, and nippers will definitely work here too. Finally, let's take a look at the product and do some unpacking. I was looking forward for this nail mail because even though I didn't watch any review before doing this video intentionally, I saw many titles of the video and it's obvious that there are so many creators and nail technicians who are impressed by this product. So I'm just super curious what the hype is about. I have a kit which includes 480 pieces of coffin-shaped long tips. That's really nice. I will have plenty of them, and there are 12 sizes. I'm not sure if it's visible through the camera, but once I open them, it's obvious they look so different. They are like extremely transparent, like a water drop. Of course, I've seen transparent tips before and they were transparent too, but these are like different kind of transparent. They're also half matte, so they're etched underneath and there's no need to prep them. I like that they're not just matte underneath, but slightly textured, which means we will have a better adhesion. They have some thickness on the free edge, and if we take a look from this side view, we do have some thickness in the apex area. I guess that's why it looks a little bit like a lens, and this is what makes them look so transparent. So I have no doubts that any jelly or transparent designs is going to look gorgeous on them. Let's find the matching sizes for my model. Since they have 12 sizes, it's not too hard, and I also like that they have this medium curve. So once I choose the size that perfectly fits, it's also completely covering her sidewalls because some of them are damaged and overfiled, and by using these tips we are going to cover them. It looks like this matte part underneath has an optimal size because my model has pretty long nail beds and it's covering them completely, but most people have a shorter one, so I think this is perfect size. I personally like this kind of packaging because it's super convenient to match the sizes. However, if you separate the tip and then realize the size was not correct, you still need to keep it somewhere, so it's better to have a separate box for them. Let's proceed with the prep. I apply dehydrator and let dry. You can also use primer, which will provide a better adhesion, and that's what we need because her nails are slightly damaged. But keep in mind, you will not be able to take them off by socking off method later. My model didn't mind it. so we are using this method. And then we apply thin layer of base coat and cure it in LED for 1 minute. Make sure that you are not touching the skin and the layer is super thin. Applying some gel glue tip on the nail and freeze curing it with mini LED lamp for like 3 to 5 seconds. Now my colleague Anna is assisting me, but normally I ask my clients or models to do this, or you can also use a handstand lamp. I had a weird feeling during this application because when I hold the tip, I can feel that there is some distance from my nail to the client's nail, and I just wanted to take more product so I can fill it in, but this is the thickness of the tip, so I don't need to do this, and I actually need to use a little bit of product. This is what they look like after curing. They are like impressively transparent, right? Now all we need to do is to file the free edge to get rid of this plastic residue. If you are new to my channel and you haven't watched any of my previous videos, sometimes I use the method and leave a little margin near the cuticle when I apply soft gel tips. This method is not going to work with these ones because they are designed specifically to have an apex at the right point, so you need to apply them all the way to the cuticle. At this point I got curious, are these tips really so structurally correct? So I have this tool which measures thickness, and we can tell like how thick the tips actually are in different areas. Cuticle area is supposed to be the thinnest part, and it's like 0.6 millimeters. What about the sidewalls? About the same, like half millimeter, 0.6. And the free edge is slightly thicker, about 0.7 to 0.8. And the apex area is truly thicker, like 2 millimeters. And if we go a little further, it's 2 and 1. So yes, this is truly impressive. The structure is just like with sculptured nails. I did some research and figured that this company 5 Angeles, they had different prototypes in the past, and now they have an exclusive patent for this style. And as a person who is basically a sculptured nail artist, because this is the style I like the most, I think this is so great that now we have a tips like this. Every great product seems so simple and obvious when we already have it, right? So I just want to say good job, guys, because this product is something that nail industry truly needed. I would like to show you a simple trick on how to do 2 colors on nails instead of 1. This design is called Louboutin or Louboutin nails, when we have 1 color on the top and another one underneath. But if we take the color and actually apply it underneath the nail, usually it doesn't look very tidy, and then we have a hyponychium here. So the easiest way is just to apply it on top, and since these tips are so clear, we just apply another color on top and seal it with a glossy top coat. Make sure that you are using a high pigmented colors, otherwise it may not work. So we have purple color on top, but once we turn them around, we have a neon green yellowish color. They look so clean, and I have to say, guys, that I'm truly impressed with this product. They have an apex at the right spot. I already have a message from my model after 3 weeks that everything is fine, she didn't have any problems with them. The links to the products will be in the description box as usual. If you guys tried Tipex, please let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post nail tutorials and product reviews just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye!